Another way you can use Schoology with formative assessments is using the discussion feature. This is probably a little more informal than like the test or quiz. I've actually kind of enjoyed using these this year, just to get a quick feedback from the kids. So a discussion is basically where you ask like a question, and that's usually what I put as the title of the discussion, and then you can give it a little description if you want to go into more detail on what you expect to hear from them, and maybe add like a picture or something. If you want to add like a link, if you want them to like maybe visit this website and then come back and make a post, you could do that. Or if you want to attach other things, you have options to do so as well. If you need to do a due date, that's great. You can do that here. And if you want it to be graded, for instance, I usually say, you have to make a post to get a grade on this. You have to pick a category that you want that grade to go in, or it can just be ungraded if you're using Infinite Campus for the most part. So you can just kind of collect the points out here. So let's say your discussion is going to be worth 15 points. So for these little advanced things I usually don't mess around with too much, but definitely it wants to be visible to students. One more little option though that I do like is this little button here. Right now it says members can see other responses before participating. If I click that on, it kind of shades out other people's responses so that the kids couldn't just go in and copy what other people are putting. So they see that other people have posted, but they can't read them until they make their own response, which actually is pretty nice. I like doing that. So I usually turn that on. So I'm going to create this discussion, and what happens now is it goes out into my course. The kids will see this pop up whenever you want them to, and they can click on that question. And what it looks like to them is a little bit different on their iPad, but they've been doing these a lot in my room for sure, so they'll know how to do it. But they go in, and whatever your question is, they get to go in and then type their response to that question, whatever you want them to do. They post, and it shows up kind of like a Facebook feed kind of thing down underneath the question. And you can have the kids reply to each other. If you want that to be part of it, you could say, okay, I want you to make your own post, and then maybe reply to one other person. And they can do likes also on people's comments, and it is anonymous. You don't have to worry about them being like, oh, so-and-so liked my stuff, but so-and-so doesn't like my stuff. So it just shows that you have 5 likes or whatever, but it doesn't get into specifics of who they are. I'm trying to think what else is important. I think this highlight user, once you get a bunch out there, you can highlight 1 or 2 of them if you want to kind of make those stand out. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. And then when you go to the grading side of it, it will show up in your feed that people have posted to your discussion, and then you can grade them very easily out here. Once student starts posting, kind of over on the side here, you'll click and give them points for their response to your discussion. So it's a really nice, easy, quick way to do a quick question or a formative assessment that you want to hear back.